No ID for this guy. Witnesses say he may have been clipped by a car, possibly KO. Query fractured left hip and fib. Got minor cuts and bruises to his head. He was conscious when we got to him, but we've had no verbal response. GCS has been 13. BP is 115 systolic, pulse 80, sats at 96%. BM6. Okay, when we're ready on 3 then, please. 1, 2, 3.
Well, airway's obviously clear. Right, let's do bloods, group and save and get him off this board as soon as possible, please, and give him a thorough check.
Okay, all right, look, you've been involved in an accident. You're in Holby City Hospital. My name's Tom, and I'm going to be looking after you, all right?
That's the first verbal response we've had, actually.
Okay, all right. All right, okay, just calm down. Okay, well, his pupil response is fine, but his GCS is a bit worrying, so let's book him in for a CT scan just to be on the safe side. Do a quick tox screen to make sure there's nothing in there that shouldn't be there. Look, don't worry. You know what I'm doing. Is that yours? All right. Okay. We need to get a scan of your head because you may have been knocked out, okay? Robin, could you get a gown, please? Look after you, mate, okay? Don't worry.
Gus Phillips, 35, fell down a flight of stairs in a shopping centre. May have been KO'd. Query fractured right, radius and ulnar. Everyone got a bit? 1, 2, 3. Pulse 90, BP 125 systolic, sat 97, BM 6. She's had 10 of morphine and.
Hi, Cass. My name is Sam. I'm one of the doctors here at the ED. Are you in any pain?
Just my arm, really. Bang my head a bit.
Are you on any medication?
Antidepressants, citalopram. Legacy of my ex, long gone but not forgotten.
When was your last dose?
An hour ago.
And you've had a drink?
Smallest wine, teeny.
Let's do a liver function test and bloods, please. Sorry.
Got a sec?
Our mystery guy?
He doesn't seem to have any obvious head injuries, yet he keeps drifting in and out and doesn't appear to register stimuli.
He didn't even blink when I dropped these. Could it be drugs? Alcohol?
Robin, could you get the results of his tox screen?
Could be absence epilepsy. He wouldn't register anything around him for short periods of time.
He's been like this more or less since he came in.
He could be having episodes literally one after the other.
But wouldn't we be able to tell?
If he has the condition and it's being controlled by meds, then the absence wouldn't present physically. He wouldn't roll on the floor, have a seizure. No cannabis, cocaine, opiates, benzos. He's clean as a whistle. I'll get on to the outpatient epilepsy clinic, speak to the registrar, see if they can tell me any more.
Poor kid. The sooner we find his parents, the better.
Let me just take these off.
X-ray are ready for you, sir.
Great. Thank you, Ash. Is there anyone you'd like us to contact? Family, fiancé?
Haven't got one.
Oh, I was thrown by the engagement ring.
Force of habit. Longest engagement in history. Got bored waiting, so I ditched him.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's okay. First time I've been on my own in years. I'm enjoying it. Might even do some travelling.
Very nice.
Are you sure there's no one else we can call? Relative or friend?
No.
Right, all aboard the Skylark, is it?
Thank you, Captain.
Oh, you very welcome. I like that.
You know that he's single.
No, you're gonna hurt yourself. No.
Just calm down, Tom, calm down. Shh, it's okay, it's okay. Fine, Mac, fine. Can you get Charlie for you? Calm down. Just lie back. Lie back. It's all right. Just take it easy. No one's gonna hurt you. Just calm down. Just lie down. Let's be lying down. That's it. Just keep lying down. All right. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just lie down. That's it. Just calm down. It's all right. I'm going nowhere. I'm going nowhere. Robin?
Till later.
It won't take longer than a few minutes, okay? I'll be right here when you get out. Just lie down gently for me. Lie down. That's it.
It'll all be over before you know it, okay? Good night. I'll stay with her. Okay. I'm not going anywhere.
Well, neck and head are NAD, so we can attribute his neurological responses to a pre-existing condition. Have you managed to contact the epilepsy clinic?
Yeah, I spoke with the registrar. His symptoms are consistent with absence epilepsy.
Well, his low-level social engagement could be down to some sort of autism.
Well, if he is autistic, then we don't know how much of this he actually understands. I'm going to keep him on the ED with me until a bed becomes available.
Well, he can't do that all day. We've established he's in no danger. It's a soft tissue injury and he's waiting for his leg to be strapped up. Tom, don't you think it's time to move him up?
He's scared, and we've established a rapport, and he trusts me.
Just saying.
Yeah, in that way, you always just say. You know, that metaphorical finger wagging you just say.
Well, I've got the results back, and the X-ray shows a fracture to your right forearm. The head scan was clear, but because you lost consciousness of the fall, I'm afraid I'd like to keep you in overnight for observation.
Can't I just go home?
I'd be a lot happier if you just stayed in so we could keep a good eye on you.
So much more comfy in my own bed, you know?
You're not going anywhere. It's for you.
Thanks.
Not going to answer it.
Just work.
But it might have been your ex begging for forgiveness. Okay, I'll be right back.
My name's Drew Ronson. I got a call. My son's here.
Yes, hi. I'm Tom Kent, the doctor looking after Rory. He was knocked over earlier today. He's injured his leg.
Wow.
Paramedics found him in the city centre.
What was he doing there?
He's supposed to be with his buddy group.
I've been trying his mum's mobile. Is his mum here? Is she injured too?
Oh, Rory was brought in alone.
Where is she then?
She drops me at school at 8:45, and then Rory at 9.
Hi, Cass. When you get this, call me. Just get in touch. It's Rory. Something's happened.
Excuse me, sorry. Her name's Cass.
Yeah.
Could you just follow me a minute?
Mom!
You were here?
So, quick word. Your patient, Cass. She's Rory's mum.
She said she had no relatives.
Well, her husband's just arrived with a little boy.
Are you sure?
He seemed pretty genuine.
Why would you lie?
Through here.
So what are you saying? I still don't understand, Cass.
I lost him. His buddy group was closed. Didn't know what to do, so we went window shopping. 1 minute he was there right next to me, the next.
But you reported it. You called the police.
Police were never contacted.
I panicked, ran looking for him. Fell down the stairs and was knocked out and...
We've been trying to contact next of kin for most of the day.
You were here all the time?
Yep.
Must have been worried sick.
Hey, it's all right. Everything's going to be all right. I'm here.
Sam, it's a seizure.
Right, okay, let's get him onto his side.
Does it all the time. Normally, just talk to him. It's okay, bro. Everything's gonna be all right.
I'll be back as soon as he's settled.
Are you okay?
What happened, Cass?
3 hours a week, Rory goes to his buddy group.
Time to relax.
After I've done the shopping, run around the house with a hoover, bit of ironing. I turned up this morning and it was closed. Had their funding withdrawn. So I thought, let's go shopping. Suddenly I looked up and he was a few yards away, and for the first time in years, not glued to my side. I could breathe.
So you left him?
Something just snapped and I ran. I ran.
Cass, I noticed bruising on your shoulder and neck area. If you need help, if there's anyone you'd like to talk to.
We're fine. Let's just drop it.
Listen, Milo, I need to bring your dad up to speed, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you with the lovely Louise over here, okay?
Tom?
Yeah, if you wait for me in the relatives' room, just down the corridor on the right, I'll follow you through. Okay, thanks.
Hello. Hi.
Now's your chance, Louise. You keep that kid on the straight and narrow, Louise, eh? Show those wasted parents out there it should be done.
Cass is under immense pressure, and today she couldn't take it anymore.
Okay, sure, once the dad's fully aware, he'll figure out what to do.
You think?
Yeah, she needs to get her head together for the sake of her family.
What she needs is support. I think we should be contacting social services.
Split them up?
Not necessarily. Cass lied about who she was, completely denied she even had a family, to the point of completely ignoring her own child who was crying out in the bed next to her.
I'm not denying she's under pressure, confused.
And terrified. I think she's being hit. There are bruises on her neck and shoulder. Tom, I understand that you care about Rory, and that's commendable. But would you send him home if you knew his mother was being abused? What Cass did today wasn't a cry for help. It was a scream.
Cass had a couple of drinks, which obviously contributed to the fall.
She was drinking.
Rory went out looking for her, which is how he ended up on the road.
So when she fell down the stairs, she was drunk.
She's explained how it's getting more and more difficult to look after Rory. We both think that you might need help, and it may be worth contacting social services.
There are other avenues we can explore before we go to them. You could contact your local education authority or your GP to see if they know of any local support groups or organisations that could offer any respite. Rory's registered as disabled, so
I don't think it's as simple as a few hours of babysitting. You need professional help through intervention.
Look, he should try and do all this on his own before we call in the big guns.
Yeah, well, there's too much at stake.
We can cope.
Your partner's covered in bruises. Is that you coping?
What? You think I beat my wife?
All I'm asking is if you have any idea.
You're accusing
how...
me of hitting Cass?
All I know is the situation.
No, you know nothing.
Nice one.
Try.
Every day is the same. Every week, year, I fall into bed at the end of the day. Then, next thing is I'm up, and it's exactly the same. Just me and him. Me and him.
You should have told me.
I'm telling you now. I kept praying things would get better, and they don't. They get worse. Rory could have been killed today, and for a few moments, I didn't care.
I'll go part-time. I'll get another job. This is my family we're talking about, the most important thing in the world.
I can't do it anymore.
We'll get through this together, okay? Cass? Cass?
Okay, we need to get you looked at.
Get saline in that line, cross-match 4 units of blood, and fast-beat the medics.
But I've got this, Tom. Right, let's get her to resus. Let's go.
Going through, please. Watch your backs.
Can I get another large bore cannula in, please? Can I get a clean bowl as well? All right, Cass. We've got to get some fluids into her.
Dad, will Mum be okay? It's lies tissue. Nothing's going through.
We'll put this around your arm, okay? Not working, we need to get another line in fast.
Okay, could I get a cut-down set, please, and some sterile gloves?
I'm gonna lower you down gently, okay?
Right, Cass, I'm going to have to make an incision just above your ankle in order to get the drip in, okay? Scissors?
Alright, don't look.
Okay, I'm just tying it off now. Right, let's get some fluids in. Results of Cass's liver function test.
Yeah.
Pretty conclusive. She's obviously been drinking heavily for a lot longer than she'd like to admit. Early signs of cirrhosis. Cass can't even look after herself at the moment, let alone anyone else.
Cirrhosis? I had no idea.
People can be very good at hiding their addictions.
Drew, listen, I thought with the right kind of backup you guys could cope. But given this news,
You said we'll get help.
the problems you have, they aren't just gonna go away. I want you guys to stay together, but I want you to be honest with yourself, with me. Can you cope?
Yeah?
Running the house? Caring for Cass? Rory? Milo? You'd have to quit work to achieve that. And without your income, I mean, the whole thing would come to a grinding halt. Let social services look after Rory. This would only be temporary. It would help you regain your strength, help you to recover. Can I have the number for social services, please?
Can you make sure Milo gets this?
Yeah? It's fully touching, Louise.
Yeah, well, they'd only go off. There's no use wasting them.
Children's department, please. Yeah, hi, it's Dr. Kent, Holby City Hospital. I've got a kid here. He's 15 years of age, Rory Ronson. Already? Well, thank you.
Okay.
Do you have any idea how stupid you made me look?
I didn't want you to be upset.
You deliberately undermine me. You make decisions on my patient's welfare without any consultation, and you didn't want to upset me?
Do me a favor, Sam. The next time you want to spare my feelings, don't.
Sorry.
This belongs to your brother. Thanks for the fruit. No worries.
You're all right. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
No. Thank you.
Don't. Don't do it, Tom.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the drugs you just took from the cabinet. You don't need them.
None of your business.
It is my business. Look, it's down to me you taking him in the first place. Tom, you could lose your job. I could lose mine.
Sam, just leave it.
But I'm not going to leave it.
I said leave it.
Give them to me, Tom.
I said just leave it!